Hey everybody, come on in. It's the Daily Bern. We're going to start in just a minute. I'm just making sure we're up and live everywhere. Once I'm sure we are, we'll start the show. Please like and share. Get this out as far as you can. We have to be the media. And this is a little independent show and it won't get out anywhere if nobody shares it. Otherwise, I'll just be talking to myself. But get it out and share it. Start a watch party. Those really help. But we're going to talk about the revolution. We're going to talk about the fight that we're in. Come on in. We'll start in just a second. All right, hey, come on in. It's the Daily Bern. This is the war room of the political revolution. We meet here every day, Monday through Friday at 7 p.m. Central, and we talk about this fight. We talk about this revolution, but we talk like winners because we are going to win. We are doing what it takes to win. We are doing what it takes to make real change happen. Historically, it's just the truth. So know that. That's what we talk about in here. This is the war room of the political revolution. We don't talk like quitters in here. We know this is our fight. We're moving forward, 100% committed to it. We know that we have to be the ones to make this change happen. No one is coming to save us. And we love Bernie Sanders around here. This show is big on Bernie Sanders. As you can see, he garners our walls. And it's in the name of our show. But this revolution is so much bigger than Bernie Sanders. Bernie Sanders is our candidate for president right now. We have a lot of candidates. We have candidates up and down the ballot, all across the country, all levels of government. Even my Babels got involved in local government. She's a city alderman now. You gotta get involved. You gotta join the fight. You gotta get out there and be in it. That's crucial. And we understand that on this show, and that's what we talk about. And we talk about the struggles. We talk about what we're up against. We don't ignore that. There's no point in that. We're in a fight. So we talk about our fight, and we're realistic about it. You know, we're not naive. They call us a bunch of dreamers, but we're not naive. Statistically, we're the most intelligent group. We just know what we want. And we know that there's no time left to wait. And we understand that it's happening right now. Millions of people are standing united and making their voices heard. And that is what is going to make real change happen. Be a part of it. Do all you can. If you're in this fight, make sure you're doing all you can. At the end of it, we need to know that we left no cards on the table. We're going to have to give this fight our all. 100%. There's no half measures here. That goes for us too. You know, we're not looking to negotiate and we're not looking for half measures with the things that we want. But we can't put in half the work and expect to get all of the result. You got to commit to the work. And if we do that, if millions of us do that, we will win. We will. The media will kick and scream and fight us the entire way because that's what they are. They are a weapon. The media is a weapon of the power elite and the moneyed interests that control this country and this world. So the media, the mouthpiece of the elite, will lie, will distort the truth, will twist reality, all the way up until we beat them down. We will overwhelm this system with our numbers. That is what we're going to do. That is what we have to do. If we do not do that, then we will lose, but we're not going to lose. You know, and there's no point thinking like a loser. You got to think like winners. You got to be motivated, driven, and convinced that you can have these things, that you can have better. And we deserve it. We deserve better. We're trained to believe that we have it so great. You know, the average American is trained to believe that we're so blessed. God bless America, right? We don't guarantee health care to our citizens. We consider it something you have to work for, something that's expensive, something you earn. Health care is a human right. And it is disgusting that we live in this greed-based driven system. But the only thing that's going to get us me and at least prepare me for the phone to ring, it's gotten to where when the phone rings, I just freak out. What is that? I don't answer those. Please send me a written message. I'm an introvert. You might not think so because I host a show, but I am an introvert. And a lot of things are misleading. I'm not an optimistic person, for one. I do all I can to straighten my mind out before I talk to you guys every day on this show. Because I created this show because it didn't exist. There wasn't a show out there in the independent media or anywhere, but it's never going to be on the mainstream media. But there wasn't a show in the independent media telling us that we're doing the right thing, pushing us forward. There's lots of shows that tell the truth, that report the news, and great sources for that. I could link you to them, but they don't tell you that, yes, this is how you win. This is how you make change happen. This is how you fight. They don't tell you that. Well, historically, it's true. All throughout history, all throughout time, this is how change happens. This is how change takes place. That's what we need to do. And we need to remember that we're on the right path. We're heading in the right direction. All we need to do is keep moving forward and keep doing all that we can. Now, I'm going to look at your comments for a second, but we're going to get into some more stuff in a little bit. We're even going to get into some Bernie events. But I always involve the audience, and I want to make sure that I say hi to people that are here. And this is a community. This is the war room of the political revolution. That's what I want this to be. A motivational place where we can all gather and inspire each other and share motivational stories and push each other moving forward. Because we can win. We're gonna win. This is our time. The time is now. Stop waiting for permission. Stop waiting for the right time. No one's ever going to tell you it's okay. It's okay now, guys. We'll give you a living wage. We've had enough. Jeff Bezos makes more money. I saw a meme and I thought it was funny. I didn't think it was true. If you made $5,000 a day from the time Columbus sailed the ocean blue, you would not make as much money as Jeff Bezos makes in a single day. Now, I shared that meme. I didn't think it was factually accurate, but it was. That's crazy. That is a dragon in a Lord of the Rings movie guarding a pile of gold crazy. Billionaires shouldn't exist. That's my personal theory. You don't get in that position, especially now, especially since Ronald Reagan and trickle-down economics. You don't get in that position without taking huge advantage of society, and they don't pay into it. Jeff Bezos pays zero in taxes. I bought a candy bar before the show. I paid more for that candy bar in taxes than Jeff Bezos paid all last year. He didn't pay anything. Jason's here on YouTube. Jason says, no one is coming to save me. No money, job, or relationship can bring me happiness. Only I can do that from within. You are responsible for your own reality. Thank you for saying that, Jason. That's very true. You are responsible for your own reality. And what happens in your reality is what you tolerate. When you stop tolerating something, you eliminate it from your reality. That's a fact. So the things that are going on in your life that you don't like, you're allowing them to happen. If you set your mind that, no, this stops today, you can change it. You just have to decide. Jason says, plant a seed that will become a force of prosperity. Bernie is that seed. When you don't know what to plant, he's made it easy for you. He has laid out the groundwork. It's all there for us. This is ours to win. All we have to do is move it forward. The pathway is there. We have a solid path to victory. We have millions of people volunteering their time and dedicating themselves to this fight. We're going to win. Be a part of it. And just for a second, I know there's probably no one that is not dedicated to the revolution watching at this point, but if you're blue no matter who, please sit out the primary. Just sit out the primary and let us pick the best candidate. Let us vet the candidates, those of us that do care about who the candidate is, because if you let them put Elizabeth Warren or, God forbid, Joe Biden up against Donald Trump will win a second term. And that is not us being ridiculous. That's not us being Bernie bros or pouting. That is the truth of it. That is the truth of the situation, the reality of it. Donald Trump will win. He will beat any of those other shills. All other 10 of them on that stage at the debates would lose to Donald Trump. And that's all they wanted to talk about was Donald Trump, how important it is to beat Donald Trump. And if you're blue no matter who, I bet you that's all you care about. So sit out the primary. Let those of us that care and are informed vet the candidates, then come back in at the end and help us get Bernie elected president. Get out of our way. You don't even care who the candidate is. You're blue no matter who. You're yelling at me because I don't want to vote for anybody but Bernie. Already. Well, why are you mad at me? Because you know you need me? Well, then why don't you try and figure out why I feel the way I feel? Why are you mad at me? Because I'm not going to back down. Why does that make me spoiled baby? Why does that make me a child? Why does that make me ignorant? And then people will try to tell you, I had a lifelong friend. Stop speaking to me because he is so afraid of Donald Trump. They have these people so scared of Donald Trump that they can't think for themselves. They can't make cogent thoughts. Hey, Royce. Royce says, not me, us. Exactly. That's not just a clever little slogan for the campaign. That is what it is. It is not about Bernie Sanders. That's also what is so beautiful about this fight and this revolution. That's why I believe in it so much myself, is because he's empowering the people. That is how change takes place. What he's done is put together a grassroots movement to give the people power to take back this country. It's amazing what he's done, what he's laid out. And they are doing a fantastic job. Like I said, the campaign is doing great. We couldn't ask for better out of our candidate. We just have to make sure that we do all we can in this fight to move it forward. And that's what I'm doing with this show. But you do whatever works for you. You got to pick something, though. Pick something that you are committed to doing every day. And do it every day. Like I do this show Monday through Friday. I also volunteer. I do the texting. The texting is super easy, by the way. And go to BernieSanders.com. I include a link in the description of every Daily Bern to BernieSanders.com. Please go there and see if there's any way that you can help out the campaign. Maybe by volunteering. There's tons of ways to volunteer. There's even volunteering that you do on social media. So look into it. There's lots you can do, even if you don't have much time. Or, share truth. Share the truth and share real news. Inform people. Use these tools that exist. Like I'm going to show you here in a minute the Bern Notice, but that's the official newsletter of the Bernie Sanders campaign. That is where they take all of the news from the mainstream media and put it all in one place for us so that we can inform ourselves. They put together these impressive tools. We need to use them. Because as Einstein said, if you can't explain it simply, you don't understand it well enough. And if you can't explain it simply, no one's going to listen to you. You've got to be able to lay it out in a way where it's easy to get it across. And that is what we need to do, is capitalize on our opportunities as we get them. We get these little opportunities to talk to people, make the most of it. Get the absolute most you can out of each little opportunity that you get. So I have a friend that I'm working on, for example. He loves Trump because he believes in Trump. A lot of people do, by the way. You need to remember that and know that the media would have you convinced that the average Trump person is just a hateful, ignorant fool. That's not true, by the way. And the media has built a boogeyman in Donald Trump. Donald Trump, I really think, is just an incompetent fool with a job he never wanted. I don't think he wanted that job. I think he was probably promised he wouldn't win. And I know Melania didn't want to be the first lady. I don't like having Donald Trump as the president. I'm ashamed of it. It took me a while to even be able to say it, but the media is using him against you. Know that. All of this stuff that you're so outraged about and so disgusted with went on under Obama. The media just didn't report it. Now they are. They report and pick and choose what they tell you and what they cover. They're trying to make you afraid, so you'll vote out of fear. Their job is to keep the people in line. The media's job and purpose is to keep the people in line and to keep them dumb, misinformed. The last thing that they want is an informed, active population. That would bring everything down. That's their worst nightmare. They don't ever want that. And the media is going to lie, because all war is deception. All war is deception. You lie to improve your ground and your standing. They have that weapon. They're going to use it. They're going to use every weapon at their disposal. But what I'm saying, and what I say every day on this show, is that if we do all we can, it won't matter. It will not matter what they do. It will not matter at all. There will be nothing that they can do to stop us if we commit and we do the work. Because a dream without the work will stay a dream forever. It will never come to life. It will never come to be. But if you put in the work, you can make it real. You can make it happen. And just remember, you can do anything, but you can't do everything. Success is the sum of small efforts, repeated day in and day out. Stay consistent. That's all I'm asking. So whatever you pick to do, make sure you can do it. Make sure it's within your strengths, your abilities, and your time constraints, etc., because you're going to commit to it. And then you're going to do it every day. So you got to make sure it's something you can commit to. But real quick, I'm going to bring in, and we're going to look at Bernie events, and we're going to look at some news. I'm going to bring in the Bern Notice and stuff. I'm going to show you guys that, because it's a really good tool that we need to be taking advantage of. This is the Bern Notice. This is the official newsletter of the Bernie Sanders campaign. The campaign put this together, and they take all the stories from the media that are important to us in our revolution and put them in one place where we can inform ourselves and look through them. But they take stories from all over the media. Like there's a clip from Vox, but this is about Bernie destroying Biden in the debate. That was awesome, by the way, when Bernie doesn't usually go on the attack. It was weird to see Bernie go on the attack. That was kind of new, wasn't it? I mean, it was kind of fun, too, at the same time, because he laid it out. He let everybody know that, yeah, Biden, you've been in politics a long time and you are responsible for a lot of bad things. So, you want to focus on what you've done. Let's focus on what you've done. You got a bankruptcy bill, which is hurting the middle class families. You voted for the war in Iraq. He tore them apart. And this goes on to show you what they do on the Bern Notice is they take everything and put it all neatly. See how they've done and taken different pieces from the news and put it in one place. And Sirota writes for the Bern Notice. This is an original piece, but they've taken other stories and put a really good piece together. And check it out. Do yourself a favor and subscribe to the Bern Notice. It's going to make a big difference in how informed you are in the campaign and Bernie's policies. And doing that is going to help you be able to inform people. So get the Bern Notice, subscribe to that. It's very cool. They got stuff from everywhere and they cover everything going on with the revolution. And then with Bernie events, that's the upcoming tour. Let me get to the big thing though with the AOC. They are having a massive coming out event, the Bernie's Back Rally, Saturday, tomorrow. And Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez will be sharing the stage with Bernie. And maybe the whole squad. I don't know. Who knows? It's going to be a massive party to celebrate Bernie's return to the campaign trail. That is tomorrow at, 1 o'clock p.m. Bernie's Back Rally with Bernie Sanders. So it's going to be an afternoon event, probably a day-long thing. It's going to be really cool. And then, this is really neat. This is a cool blog. I'm going to make sure I plug this blog before we leave. But then they're going to go and hold the end of corporate greed tour in Iowa, October 24th through the 25th. And it looks like the itineraries down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 events they're going to do during that tour. But this little blog, this is blogforpresident.us. They cover every candidate on this blog. Whoever put this blog together, it is fantastic. But check it out. This is where I get my Bernie events from, but also get the texting. Text Bernie to 67760 because that is the official campaign alert system. So that's going to be the best bet. Or just watch this show and I will do my best to tell you what's going on with Bernie events. Let me get that out of here. But that was Bernie events and that was the Bern Notice. Look up the Bern Notice and subscribe. You get email alerts anytime they post a new story. It's a really good tool to stay informed and stay up on the revolution and what's going on. But what should we end out with today? Let me see. What are you guys talking about in the comments? Royce says we are Bernie's media. That is really our job. Our job is to get the truth out, spread the truth, get people aware, get people excited. And I think we do that by acting like winners. We are winning. We are the winners of this. We're the front runners. Let's exude confidence. Confidence attracts. Confidence inspires. Confidence is what's going to move us forward. We're winning. Let's act like it. Don't be desperate. We're not desperate. We are winning. They need us. Yeah, we need them, but luckily we don't need all of them. It only takes 3% of a population to have a successful revolution. 3%. That's it. That is all it takes. That's not that much, and that is attainable. We can reach that number. And when we do, we can make this massive change happen. This is possible. Too many people aren't living their dreams because they're living their fears. They're afraid. They're afraid. They're afraid to take chances. You got to take risks. Lose your fear of being wrong and your fear of taking chances and go out and make mistakes. Just as long as you're trying, as long as you're doing your part and your best, you're helping. You are only one person in a massive movement. This is something we've never been taught or prepared for. You've never been taught how to participate in democracy. This is how you do it. This is what it looks like. This is what a peaceful revolution looks like. What we're doing is how you fight. That is how you participate in democracy. We are doing the right thing. And we can win. We're gonna win. I fully believe that. I really do. I'm not lying to you. I don't think Bernie's lying to you. I really don't. I honestly believe we're going to win. Based on history, not anything else. This is how it happens. This is how change takes place. Think of anything we've gotten, any progress that has happened throughout time and history. How did it happen? It happened when millions of people stood up and demanded it. And that's what's happening right now. We're coming to take it. You got to believe that. Believe that we're going to win. Believe in it. Belief is very powerful. Belief is very, very powerful. Belief can move you forward in ways you would never even imagine. Because your mind is very powerful. Your true power is something they never want you to understand. And they'll never want you to understand that our true power is in our numbers and our unity. That's why they spend so much time keeping us distracted and divided. But because most people are stoppable, all you got to do is tell them no. You tell them no and they'll quit. They'll give up. They're like, I want this. No. Okay. We're not going to do that. We're not looking for middle ground. We're not looking to negotiate. This is not a barter. This has to happen. The time is now. We need this to happen. This change that we're coming to make is necessary. People want to act like we're whine babies and we're crying and we're throwing a fit and a tissy tantrum and we want free stuff. Nothing could be further from the truth. This needs to happen. This must happen. I'm afraid of what future awaits us if it doesn't. The greedy, they'll never reach their limit. They'll never reach their full. They'll eliminate everything and suck us dry till there's nothing left but their piles of gold. They don't care. No one's coming to save us. We have to do this ourselves. It's all on us. This is ours to win. Do all you can. Keep fighting. Stay strong. Keep your mind strong. And remember, we're winning. It's a much different situation than it was in 2016. We're going to win. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is the Daily Bern. We do this every day, Monday through Friday at 7 p.m. now. This is our new time. So if you like this show, please come and join us on Monday at 7. Inspiration is bathing. It doesn't last. You got to keep your mind right. So join us every day and focus on this fight. Stay in it, stay vigilant, and never back down, and never lose your sense of outrage. We're going to win. Thanks for watching, guys.